Zeke's diving into a blood ritual with a crystal, all in the name of friendship. He's radiating that new game plus vibe, swearing he won't mess it up this time. Suddenly we jump to old man Zeke, whose life now revolves around a slime. His new existence seems to involve staring at a trash heap alongside his slime pal. Meet Fios, the legendary friend he conjured, a literal blob of goo. His eternal companion, the town's latest sentient garbage disposal. Theos is just chilling in the filth, the ultimate emotional support trash compactor. Zeke gives his gooey friend a pat for a hard day of munching on garbage. He trudges through what appears to be the most depressing village imaginable. Naturally, the local kids show up to mock him for being the old garbage guy. The local kids are trash-talking, with one claiming he could take on the garbage slime. Back home, Zeke and Fios are having a quiet, rather dismal evening. His big bonding moment, leaving a cup of tea for his slime. Fios is learning table manners, sipping tea to keep pace with his old man. We get a random flashback of a girl with a demon cat, echoing Zeke's loneliness. Zeke calls his sentient trash can cute. This man is really down bad for that slime. Here comes the old man's speech about his aching joints and fading body. Flashback to young Zeke whining that a slime isn't a great conversationalist. Irony, right? Now on his deathbed, the only comfort he has is that same slime. Zeke gets sentimental, thanking his blob buddy for a lifetime of trash-eating companionship. Fios jiggles on his chest as Zeke experiences his final emotional breakdown. He even asks his goo if it's grateful too, as if it could respond. Zeke looks utterly stunned, likely because the slime actually jiggled in agreement. He's having deathbed regrets, realizing his lonely life was never guaranteed. Bro's having a galaxy brain moment about understanding his slime. A bit late, my dude. And he's making plans for tomorrow. Someone should tell him there won't be one. Zeke reaches for his goo buddy one last time. The farewell tour is underway. He hits Fios with the classic, "I'm just going to take a nap." We all know what that means. And there it is. His hand goes limp. Our boy has officially logged off. Fios sits there, watching his old man take the eternal nap. Awkward. Some random kid kicks our boy, yelling about officials. He just died. Give him a moment. Surprise! It's young Zeke waking up. My man got hit by the isekai truck post-mortem. Zeke's asking where he is, completely disoriented. Dude, you're back in the tutorial. This other kid calls him Rainu, and Zeke looks at him like he's seen a ghost. Our boy is freaking out, shouting Rano's name in disbelief. Rano confirms he's Zeke and calls him Rao. Childhood nickname lore incoming. Zeke realizes his friend who died in the war is alive. He really got that new game plus. Rano has no idea who Fios is, trying to pull Zeke from his existential crisis. Our boy panics about where his slime is. His one true love isn't even born yet. They're approaching a completely destroyed town. So much for a peaceful second childhood. Zeke's still processing the reboot, realizing he's a kid again with all his old friends. An old dude with a fur collar casually drops a fireball to grab everyone's attention. This guy announces a contract ceremony, which sounds suspiciously like a cult initiation. Then he drops the bombshell. The king says everyone must get a magical pet, no exceptions. Zeke's having a full-blown PTSD flashback because he knows how this day ends. Rano is hyped, while Zeke dreads being stuck with the sentient trash can again. They've set up a whole Hunger Games scenario with a magic circle and armed guards. This poor little girl has to perform the blood ritual, and she looks miserable. She summons an adorable little bird, setting the bar way too high for Zeke. Rano is losing it over the bird, while Zeke is probably just thinking about his future goo. A random girl is already trash-talking everyone else's pathetic summons. One guard joins in with the elitism, and Rano is ready to throw down over the insult. Zeke is resigned, fully aware he's about to summon the most useless creature in the village. The old ceremony guy basically admits the system favors the wealthy while Rano fumes. We get a brief lesson on how even the lamest summons can have their uses, like delivering mail. Zeke has a light bulb moment about practicality over strength just before his turn arrives. Oops, it's Rano's turn, and this guy is acting like he's about to summon a Charizard. Rano cuts his hand for the ritual, way too excited about the whole blood sacrifice thing. He's delivering the same friendship speech Zeke gave, and the magic circle is going wild. And, wow, a lightning bolt just struck down. This guy did not summon a slime. Rano conjures a full-on electric saber-toothed tiger. He just pulled a legendary on his first attempt. The entire village is losing their minds, and Zeke looks like he's seen a ghost. The old ceremony guy is yelling for the guards to prepare in case it turns aggressive. The tiger is locking eyes with Rano, and for a moment, it seems like he might get mauled. Then the murder kitty just licks him like a giant puppy, shattering the tension. The crowd is going wild while the old guy looks like he narrowly avoided a huge lawsuit. The same guards who were just mocking him now hail Reno as the chosen one. Reno is showing off to Zeke, asking if he saw his god-tier summon. Now he's pushing Zeke forward, insisting it's his turn to summon his fate. Zeke stares at the ground, already bracing for the massive loss he's about to face. He steps into the circle, realizing this is the moment his tragic backstory begins. He flashes back to his little goo friend, Feus, preparing for the saddest reunion ever. He performs the same blood ritual, but this time he's asking for a friend, not a weapon. He's making a heartfelt speech about an eternal bond. This guy is down bad for this slime. Zeke vows to his future pet goo that he'll actually try to understand it this time. He's shouting at the sky, demanding his sentient trash can be delivered immediately. The magic circle goes haywire, and the old ceremony guy is panicking like the system crashed. And after all that buildup, a single blob floats down. The legendary Feos has arrived. Zeke bolts forward, catching his goo buddy and hugging it like he just hit the jackpot. He's literally crying tears of joy, reunited with the slime he's known his whole life. The crowd immediately starts roasting him, calling his summon useless and his future doomed. Rano stands there, completely confused as to why Zeke is having a meltdown over a blob. Then we cut to later that night, back in the same dreary shack where he's destined to perish. Our boy lies in bed, having a heart-to-heart with his newly summoned goo buddy. He holds his pet trash can up like Simba. The circle of life is truly something. Zeke pinches his cheek, questioning if he's dreaming before asking the slime for its ID. He looks utterly exhausted from all the time travel and emotional reunions in one day. Then he starts squishing his slime buddy aggressively, probably a quality check. He's getting sentimental again, promising his goo he'll be a better owner this time. He's back to hugging his sentient jello like it's the most valuable thing ever. Zeke's crafting an entire backstory for his slime's name. He's already deep in the lore. Our boy is having a moment with his goo when Rano shows up to ruin the mood. Rano brings along a girl named Annie, officially crashing Zeke's emotional slime party. And Zeke is freaking out again. Apparently this girl was also meant to be dead in his timeline. Annie stands there smiling, completely unaware that she's a ghost from Zeke's past. Zeke is on the floor, having another meltdown over seeing a friend who hasn't died yet. He tackles the poor girl with a hug, and she looks understandably confused. Zeke tries to act casual, but she hits him with, "I saw you yesterday." He drops his precious slime to grab her again. This guy can't keep it together for 5 seconds. She thinks he's just upset about the slime, and Zeke immediately defends his buddy Feos. Zeke proudly declares his happiness with his slime. Commitment to the goo life? Strong. Rano swiftly shifts to showcasing magical creatures, completely overlooking Zeke's mental unraveling. Rano and Annie beam, blissfully unaware that their friend is reliving the moments leading to their doom. Rano conjures his electric saber-toothed tiger again, just to show off in Zeke's own home. Not wanting to be outdone, Annie summons her own magnificent beast, asking if it's impressive. Spoiler, it's a griffin. Zeke realizes Annie's pet is more than just a bird. It's a full-blown phoenix. He's the only one without a legendary. Rano casually mentions they've been recruited as soldiers, and you can practically see Zeke's spirit leave his body. Rano is already feasting, excitedly discussing the advance payment for signing away their lives. Zeke stares into the abyss, while Annie beams, both blissfully walking into their impending doom. Rano launches into a heroic speech about becoming a soldier, and Zeke knows this choice spells his end. Zeke attempts to dissuade his friends from their death sentence over some skewers. Annie shares her dream of becoming a healer, blissfully unaware she's about to enlist for the front lines. Rano grins like a fool, fully on board with this disastrous life choice. Zeke desperately tries to suggest other career options, but they look at him as if he's lost his mind. Our boy shifts focus to defeating his slime, likely because conversing with his friends feels futile. Zeke's caught in another internal crisis about not messing up this life, a classic New Game Plus dilemma. He gives his friends a thumbs up, promising a feast as if he isn't broke. Our boy roams the city with his goo, on a mission to find something. The tension is palpable. People are giving him side glances for carrying a slime, and he's just relieved the wealthy haven't kicked him out. Zeke has another moment of realization. He's a kid again, staring at his non-arthritic hand. Zeke's mind flashes back to the war and his broke first life. Our boy's new life goal is straightforward: earn money and avoid dying poor this time. And he's all smiles because his sentient jello is along for the ride. He's pumping himself up, relying on his new Game Plus memories to avoid mistakes. My man approaches a random door, looking anxious as he asks for a job. Turns out this is his old job. He's trying to speedrun his career. The guy who answers the door immediately mocks him for looking like a lost child. This fancy dude is unimpressed by the kid with the slime applying for work. Zeke tries to play the cute kid card, grinning as he asks for a job. He gets shut down instantly. The guy basically calls him poor and slams the door. Zeke returns, this time armed with insider knowledge from his past life, and the fancy suit is not amused. The chairman is taken aback by the kid's boldness and actually lets him in this time. My boy gets the VIP treatment, offered tea as if he's not a broke kid with a slime. Zeke formally introduces himself, ensuring his sentient jello gets the respect it deserves. The chairman, Orange, cuts to the chase, asking how this random kid knows about his company's issues. Our boy sips his tea like a pro, telling the chairman he's asking the wrong questions. Zeke delivers the "I'm the solution" pitch, leaving Orange utterly stunned by the kid's confidence. My man flaunts his future knowledge, naming the company and its purpose as if reading from a wiki. The chairman starts listing his failures, confirming the whole city thinks his garbage service is trash. Zeke goes full entrepreneur, vowing to fix the issues himself and asking for the worst district to prove it. Zeke poses the question, "What do you have to lose?" The chairman isn't ready for this kid's logic. The chairman is freaking out that this kid wants to tackle a 5-man job solo. Our boy is already laying down terms and conditions as if he's the one in charge. My man requests triple the pay, and the chairman looks like he's about to have a heart attack. Zeke presents a full business proposal, showcasing his future knowledge like a seasoned consultant. The chairman is so stressed he suspects this kid is a corporate spy sent by his competitors. Orange tries to call his bluff about the short notice, but our boy's confidence remains unshaken. Zeke reassures him, "Don't sweat the details, just sign the check and I'll take care of it." The chairman directs him to the worst part of the city, essentially sending him on a suicide mission. Orange delivers the classic "don't let your mouth write, checks your ass can't cash" speech. Zeke beams, assuring the chairman he's got everything under control, oblivious to the landfill fight ahead. Bright and early the next morning, we kick off the garbage disposal sprint. Our guy sports a fresh cloak, likely to avoid looking like a broke kid on a reckless mission. His secret weapon, Fios the Goo, is primed for action against some unsuspecting refuse. He thinks a cloak will mask his poverty. Dude, you're still on the run. He studies the map leading to the affluent area where the prime garbage awaits. And there it is, a literal trash mountain. Zeke's already cracking dad jokes about it. Zeke tosses his sentient jello into the fray. "It's your turn now, buddy." Theo goes full Kirby, ready to inhale an entire landfill's worth of waste in one go. The sentient trash compactor is hard at work, making that garbage vanish like my motivation. Zeke watches his slime transform into a transparent trash bag, unfazed by the sight. Now he's the hype man for a competitive garbage-eating contest, racing against time. Fios just went full kaiju after one meal. This guy is a total beast. Zeke treats this like a pet play date, urging his giant goo to digest before round 2. He struggles to lift his chonky boy, but Fios is still too stuffed from the trash. We get a montage of Zeke and his slime on a citywide cleanup mission. Zeke praises his goo's eating skills like a proud parent would. Zeke gives his slime a 5-star review on Yelp for its waste disposal prowess. Our boy is completely wiped out after just one day of overseeing his slime's buffet. Zeke strolls back to the chairman's office and the suited guy is stunned. He's still alive. The suited man is in disbelief, struggling to comprehend what Zeke just revealed. Zeke drops the "I'm done" line, and the suit thinks he's losing it. A woman bursts in, yelling that the kid is a no-show, ready to label him a fraud. The suit coldly states that he's already completed the task. Chairman Orange asks the woman if she actually checked, and she stands there, stunned. She begrudgingly admits, likely through clenched teeth, that the kid cleaned the entire place. Orange accepts defeat and prepares to pay this kid his outrageous fee. And there it is, Zeke securing the deal. Our boy is officially in business. The chairman, thoroughly impressed, offers Zeke a full-time contract right then and there. Zeke is on cloud 9, hugging his goo like they just clinched the Super Bowl. Our boy hits the market with cash in hand, ready to stop being broke. And, naturally, the first thing he does is complain about being hungry. Some things never change. Zeke is having a spiritual moment over some grilled meat, his first real meal in this new life. He's even sharing with his goo buddy because true friends split the victory feast. Zeke celebrates his first major win, telling Fias they're officially not broke anymore. He gives the chairman credit for the idea, but we all know Fios did the heavy lifting. Our boy realizes his new body is weak and decides it's time for a training arc. Zeke takes a moment to chill, warning his goo that the grind is about to intensify. We cut to Ianni, having a complete breakdown, likely because she's shipping off to war. The whole crew is on a bus to their doom, waving goodbye like it's a school trip. Zeke plays the cool big brother, handing out parting gifts before his friends head off to die. Annie is losing it, probably because no one has ever shown her kindness before. She's having a full meltdown while Rano just laughs it off. Zeke remains too calm. And it's a hair clip. He just gave her a death flag accessory and she's thrilled. Zeke tells her, "We'll meet again," which is dark considering he knows their fate. Rano immediately gets envious and demands his own present. This guy has no chill. Zeke hands him a budget knife, and Rano acts like he just received Excalibur. Simple minds. The army recruiter is done with the tears and tells them to board the death bus already. They're giving him those sad puppy eyes from the window, urging him to stay safe. Oh, the irony. And just like that, Zeke waves goodbye as his friends head off to their doom. History repeats. Zeke informs his goo about an upcoming meeting, officially launching his Don't Die Broke speedrun. He's fully equipped, ready to embark on the training arc he should have tackled ages ago. He's delivering a classic shonen protagonist monologue about gaining strength instead of wallowing in despair. Our hero is literally sprinting away from his past mistakes, swearing he won't end up a broke old man again. Flashbacks of the seedy parts of town hit him, making it clear he must enhance his survival skills immediately. He's already throwing punches at a random wall. This guy is primed to start grinding. On a stealth mission, our boy peeks into a suspicious tent, searching for a side quest. Using his future knowledge, he navigates the slums, hunting for a specific individual. And there he is, a meditating warrior clearly destined to be his new mentor. The mentor's eyes snap open, and you can sense the hellish training montage about to commence. The swordsman instantly draws a blade, demanding to know who our boy is. "Welcome to the slums, kid." Zeke drops to the ground, pleading for the guy to teach him swordsmanship. No pride when it comes to leveling up. The swordsman quickly dismisses him, but Zeke is determined to play the disciple card. The swordsman is busy polishing his blade, hitting him with the classic "I don't take disciples" line. Zeke pulls out his secret weapon, a bottle of high-end booze he knew would catch the guy's interest. The swordsman offers cash for the booze, but Zeke's playing 4D chess and declines. Naturally, the swordsman's Achilles heel is alcohol. Zeke knows exactly how to exploit that. The swordsman agrees to train him, but warns him with a speech about wishing for death. Zeke grins like a maniac, fully prepared for the grueling training arc ahead. Our boy delivers a heartfelt Shunin speech about not wanting to be weak and having someone to pursue. The swordsman asks who our boy is crushing on, completely misinterpreting the situation. Mentor Dude nods, recognizing a fellow man of culture, and respects the hustle for a girl. Zeke spins an elaborate fan fiction about Ianni, while the swordsman laughs uncontrollably. And just like that, the swordsman, Gulzai, officially accepts him as his sole student. Back home, our boy cuddles his goo, confessing he was terrified the entire time. With the power of friendship and a little fib, the training arc officially begins. The training montage kicks off with Zeke getting wrecked by a wooden sword. Gulzai's first lesson is literally dodge this magic stick, aimed right at Fias. Our boy is getting mana-infused pebbles flicked at his head like it's a carnival game. And of course, the mentor is already yelling at him for not putting in enough effort. Welcome to hell, kid. Nostalgia hits our boy during his own beating, likely recalling his first failed training arc. He's genuinely trying to land a hit on the mentor, fully activated in shonen protagonist mode. And shockingly, he actually disarms the master. This time, our boy is a prodigy. Never mind that, he gets immediately shanked by a second stick. The mentor pulled the oldest trick in the book. The swordsman delivers the classic "you celebrated too early" dumbass lesson. On the ground, our boy whines about fair play after getting completely wrecked by a twig. Mentor Dude basically tells him to get good, explaining he used a decoy stick with a hint of magic. Zeke's experiencing the classic "my brain is faster than my body" crisis of every isekai protagonist. The swordsman gives him a backhanded compliment before asking if he can even cast a spell. Our boy conjures a little glowing orb, proving he's not entirely useless in magic. The swordsman gives him the "you're not total trash" compliment before leaving for the day. Our boy lies flat on the ground while his slime uses him as a makeshift bounce house. After getting beaten up, Zeke rushes back to his sugar daddy chairman's office. The chairman, Orenz, looks less than pleased to see his child laborer back for more work. Zeke tries to play it humble, conveniently forgetting he just got schooled by his new mentor. Oren sips his tea, immediately noticing that our boy has been leveling up his magic skills. And of course, the chairman casually mentions a new side quest about a bunch of missing kids. Zeke is hit with a full-on PTSD moment, realizing he must prevent another tragedy. Ignoring the looming disaster, our boy pitches another get-rich-quick scheme. His grand business proposal gets interrupted by some random person shouting his name from off-screen. Naturally, two random kids appear, having a meltdown, instantly making it Zeke's dilemma. Zeke is freaking out, questioning the kids about their troubles. Seriously, can he catch a break? The girl reveals her friend was snatched at a haunted mansion, officially launching the side quest. Oranzi, the chairman, instantly recognizes the location, looking utterly fed up with this city's nonsense. Zeke opts for violence, leaving the kids with the chairman to go play the hero. The kids bid him a sorrowful farewell, while Orenz in the back is losing it over this kid's reckless behavior. Our boy is already hyping himself up with a hero speech about proving his worth. He's on a mission. He makes a dramatic exit, shouting his mission statement as Oren watches his young employee dash off to danger. And then he trips, face-planting on the pavement. So much for a heroic start. He sits there like a fool after his grand hero run lasted a mere 5 seconds. Zeke wakes up in a cage, utterly confused. His hero arc was shorter than a TikTok clip. Oh right, he remembers. He got wrecked right after his grand exit. He got taken out from behind before even reaching the boss room. What a pro gamer move. Attempting to cast a spell in a place with terrible mana Wi-Fi. Classic dungeon debuff. His little light spell illuminates the kidnapped kids, and one of them actually recognizes him. The kid Kelly is super excited, while Zeke tries to act cool, pretending he didn't just get wrecked. The other girl gives him a skeptical look, demanding to see his credentials. She's not impressed. Zeke attempts to play the hero, hugging the kid as if he totally planned to get captured with them. The new girl introduces herself as Linderin, and you can tell by her name she's significant. Zeke instantly recognizes the last name. Looks like he's just found a kidnapped VIP. Zeke is having a full-on oh crap moment, realizing he's stuck in a cage with a political target. Our boy is spiraling because his simple rescue mission just morphed into a high-stakes escort quest. And here comes the lore drop. The VIP Lindoran hails from one of the kingdom's 4 most powerful families. Her family got ousted from the elite circle after her father lost it over a deceased heir. Lindoran is connecting the dots, realizing she might be next on the chopping block to keep the family line dead. Zeke is just listening, probably thinking, can we save the tragic backstory for after we get out? Our boy is trying to rally the group while the other kid states the obvious. They're stuck in a damn box. He's using his little glow ball to look for an escape route, searching for the secret door that never exists. And of course, the only exit is a massive iron gate, classic villain lair starter pack. Zeke realizes the math doesn't add up and asks where all the other kidnapped kids vanished to. The VIP girl, Linderin, is panicking about being dessert while Zeke is already in hero mode. Linderin immediately doubts the slime's power, but Zeke hits her with the trust me, bro confidence. Our boy summons Fios, and the other kids are completely stunned by the legendary goo. Fios charges at the iron gate like a battering ram, no questions asked. The goo phases through the bars as if they're nothing, and the kids are losing their minds. Linderan is about to scream about the miracle slime, but Kelly shushes her with a shut the hell up. And of course, someone's approaching. Their stealth mission just got a lot less stealthy. Zeke is already in escort mode, hustling the kids up the stairs to safety. They break free from the cage, only to find themselves in another dilapidated empty room. Great progress. Kelly is ready to bolt, but you can see the I'm about to do something stupid look on Zeke's face. Zeke's instincts kick in as Lindaran gets snatched by some off-screen nonsense. The kids are celebrating their exit, a classic horror movie blunder if I've ever seen one. And there it is. A shady black tentacle just yanked the VIP girl right out of the air. Linderin is having the appropriate I'm about to die reaction to being grabbed by a magical vine. The kidnapper appears, blocking the door with some wood magic like a budget Groot. This lunatic tells them to return to the cage, looking like he hasn't slept in a decade. The kidnapper is flexing his powers while Zeke stands there like, well, this is unfortunate. Our boy's new game plus brain finally kicks in, realizing he's up against a damn wood mage. Lindarin screams at the other kid to run, which is a solid plan except for the locked door. The wood mage delivers the "sorry we're closed" line, officially trapping them with him. The wood mage is running his mouth, taunting the slime about what it can do. Spoiler alert, he's about to find out. Fios instantly starts consuming his wood magic, leaving the kidnapper utterly dumbfounded. The goo absorbs the attack and slams into the psycho, while the VIP girl yells at Zeke to get moving. Our hero snatches Lindarin and bolts, while the slime demolishes the kidnapper. They get flung across the room by a counterattack. So much for a smooth escape. Kelly, the other kid, lies on the ground witnessing her new friends get obliterated. Lindarin, the VIP girl, blinds the psycho with a flashbang spell, allowing Zeke to flee. The kidnapper is howling about his eyes while our boy sprints toward the exit. Zeke bursts outside and spots Kelly, a rare win in this chaotic rescue mission. The wood mage is back on his feet, furious, ready to turn the VIP girl into a kebab. The VIP girl screams for help while Zeke has a "not on my watch" moment. Zeke rushes back to check on Linda Run. She just got slammed. She's not in good shape. Our hero struggles to carry the VIP to safety, hoping the wood mage is weak against stairs. The kidnapper returns, looking like he's about to unleash his final boss mode on the kids. This psycho is fuming, hitting them with the classic "didn't I tell you to stop running?" The wood mage looks completely rattled, likely because Zeke pulled a fast one on him. Now he's playing hide and seek, yelling for them up the stairs like an angry parent. Zeke grabs a fire poker ready to throw down with a literal mage. Bold move, Cotton. The wood mage laughs, mocking our boy for bringing a fireplace tool to a magical duel. This psycho is so unimpressed, he just asks where the girl is, dismissing Zeke as a threat. Zeke wears a manic grin, relieved the VIP girl actually escaped the building. The wood mage is throwing a tantrum about brats, while Lindarin lies unconscious on the floor. This psycho delivers the "I'll be happy to kill you" line, like we haven't heard that before. Zeke conjures a dark ball spell with his trusty fire poker. The training is paying off. And holy crap, that's not just a dark ball, that's a full-on black hole he just summoned. He's in the zone, giving himself a pep talk like he's about to hit the game winner. He's shouting his shonen protagonist mantra, hyping himself up for this one-shot kill. Zeke unleashes the spirit bomb, and that fire poker is really pulling its weight right now. The wood mage is freaking out, realizing the kid he mocked is about to erase him, and this clown casually summons 3 of his own dark balls. Zeke just got Uno reversed. The wood mage is losing it, screaming that he's done playing games with this kid. Zeke drops to the ground, dodging incoming magic like he's in the Matrix. The psycho unleashes all 3 spirit bombs simultaneously, not holding back on the child abuse. Zeke is doing parkour to evade the attacks, using the walls like a pinball. The room erupts as Zeke narrowly avoids the explosion. He's running on pure adrenaline. Our boy's on the ground looking wrecked, but he's got that "I'm not done yet" grin. Zeke bolts, probably realizing his one cool move wasn't enough to win this battle. The wood mage stands there like a mannequin, likely confused as to why the kid is still alive. This clown hits him with the "just tell me where the girl is" line, as if Zeke would snitch. Zeke glances back with a wild grin. You just know he's got one more crazy idea up his sleeve. The wood mage gets blasted from off-screen, and Zeke looks like he just saw a ghost. It's the swordsman Gulzai, arriving to save his student and throw some shade before the beatdown. Zeke is losing it, shouting his master's name like he just spotted a celebrity. Mentor Dude stands over the body like a boss, telling him the fight isn't over yet. Gulzai gives Zeke a backhanded compliment, saying, "You tried, kid," with a smug grin. Zeke is freaking out, asking how the hell the psycho is still moving after getting his neck snapped. The swordsman rips off the dude's head, revealing it's just a wooden puppet. Zeke got played by a decoy. And finally, the real boss appears, a massive wood golem ready to wreak havoc. Mentor Dude drops some lore, calling it a Black Trent fused with a demon. This just turned into a raid boss. The monster roars, and you just know things are about to get intense. Gulzai, the swordsman, lands a blow on the raid boss, realizing it's as tough as a tank. Mentor Dude urges Zeke to grab the VIP and make a run for it. Zeke's already on it. The wood golem is running its mouth, claiming its wooden body is completely uncuttable. Goldsy smirks, throwing down a challenge, looking way too sure of himself against a tree demon. And, wow, the swordsman's blade just morphed into a snake. This guy's got to stand. The snake sword bites down on the wood golem, because why wouldn't it? Meanwhile, our boy is still on escort duty, looking like he might drop the VIP any second. Naturally, they get caught in the crossfire. The boss just unleashed an AoE attack. Zeke yells for his goo buddy, deploying the sentient airbag to absorb the hit. Fios goes into full shield mode, while the VIP girl wakes up just to snuggle the jello. The VIP girl is freaking out, finally realizing the slime is more than just a cute blob. Lindren checks on our boy, who's face down on the ground after taking that hit. She's shouting his name, likely because he's not moving. He might have actually died again. The wood golem is still furious, completely ignoring that it just took down 2 kids. Gulzai is back in action, ready to turn this raid boss into a mere toothpick. Mentor Dude gives the tree demon a death stare, and you can tell he means it. His snake sword is talking, calling itself the Forest Executioner. This weapon has a title. Gulzai reveals his blade is coated with a poison that kills with a single touch. No fair play here. The swordsman notices the main demon has fled, leaving the puppet to take the fall. What a coward. Zeke struggles to rise, but his body feels like lead. That AoE attack came with a debuff. Then the real boss appears, a lizard-brained psycho furious over a paper cut. He looks utterly confused, probably wondering why the raid party crashed his monologue. Someone's already got a blade at his back, telling him to shut up. It's Chairman Oranz, who just arrived, demanding to know where his granddaughter is. The lizard brain is completely rattled, stammering as he realizes the VIP has a VIP grandpa. Oranz drops the bombshell that all the other kids became plant food. Things just got dark. And this psycho has the audacity to laugh it off, acting clueless like he's not running a murder farm. The chairman is furious, asking one more time before he starts taking lives. The lizard brain goes feral, charging in like an idiot instead of talking his way out. Oren screams for his grandkid while this fool is still trying to throw punches. Read the room, dude. The lizard brain psycho gets obliterated by an off-screen attack mid-tantrum. It's Chairman Oranz who just went full avatar mode on this fool. He summoned a tornado inside a building. This guy is more than just a businessman. The psycho gets wiped out while the swordsman realizes the chairman is secretly overpowered. And of course, another sketchy-looking guy shows up uninvited. The chairman gives him a "who the hell are you" look, completely unimpressed. A massive crash from off-screen interrupts their little stare down. The VIP girl is still playing medic for Zeke, wondering what fresh hell is unfolding now. She starts yelling for help, a great way to attract both rescuers and more enemies. She's giving it her all, trying to catch someone's attention before the next boss arrives. The snake sword checks on the VIP girl, who's still trying to keep Zeke from logging off again. She's having a full-blown panic attack because the murder snake is trying to kiss her. She's giving Zeke the hang in their speech, promising they'll escape this mess. The VIP girl yells back at someone, likely confirming she's still alive. She's back to comforting Zeke, telling him they're almost out of this nightmare. And Zeke, while completely unconscious, tells her to do her best. A true shonen protagonist, even in sleep. The chairman and the new sketchy guy share a moment, with the latter relieved the VIP girl is still breathing. They both gaze at the collapsed building, realizing this rescue mission just got a lot trickier. Chairman Oranz immediately asks the new guy if he can locate them in this chaos. And Sketchy Dude is already on it, using his powers to find them in the rubble like a GPS. The chairman faces off against a flaming lion man, calling it by name. His contact list is a nightmare. The shady guy yells at his pet lizard to return, treating it like a misbehaving puppy. Now the shady guy and his lion man are in sync, ready to wipe out the entire block. The lion man explodes with power while the chairman watches the chaos unfold like it's just another Tuesday. The VIP girl lies on the ground, utterly stunned by the overwhelming strength of this new foe. Fius stands as a literal fireproof shield, keeping them safe while the VIP girl processes the shock. The chairman finally arrives, and the VIP girl screams for him. The reinforcements are here. Grandpa Oren looks wild, shouting his granddaughter's name like he's ready to take someone down. He immediately hugs her, conveying disappointment mixed with a hint of impending violence. Zeke is out cold amidst the chaos, getting a front row seat to the family drama from his coma. The chairman is losing it, likely because his granddaughter is pleading for him to save the random kid. The VIP girl is yelling at her grandpa to rescue Zeke, who's still using his slime as a pillow. Lindren is having a moment, realizing he risked everything for her. The simping has officially begun. Someone checks on Zeke, bluntly stating he looks terrible and needs a healer immediately. Grandpa Oren scoops up the VIP girl, ready to escape this crumbling death trap. The VIP girl gives Zeke a sorrowful farewell look. You can tell she's already planning a hospital visit. The chairman hands his granddaughter to the shady guy, instructing him to flee while he deals with the rest. Skeechy Dude zips them away with a burst of speed, leaving everyone else behind. Zeke wakes up in a hospital bed, all bandaged up, classic post-battle recovery scene. And just like that, we jump 5 days ahead. The plot doesn't wait for anyone, even a coma patient. Zeke wakes up, confused about where he is. The classic post-battle awakening. It's the healer girl, way too cheerful to see him awake. My man is building a fan club. She tackles him with a hug, having a meltdown about how worried she was. Then she gets flustered, apologizing for the unsolicited emotional support. Zeke asks why she's not at war, and she explains she was sent here to improve her healing skills. Zeke connects the dots, asking if she's the one who saved him this time. Nope, it's a fancy priest who arrives to take all the credit for the healing. The priest delivers the classic, "You were in bad shape, but you'll be fine" speech. A backhanded compliment. Eni confirms the priest patched him up, and Zeke offers a weak thank you. The VIP girl, Lindarin, bursts in with a fruit basket, kicking off the hospital romance arc. Lindarin tries to take all the credit, claiming she was the one nursing Zeke back to health. Now they're bickering over who deserves the Best Nurse Award, while Zeke just processes being alive. But the real hero was Fios, who literally used his body as a band-aid to stop Zeke from bleeding out. Zeke immediately asks for his goo, who's just chilling like he didn't just save his life. Zeke hugs his slime tightly, and the girls are shocked he's thanking the Jello first. He tries to play peacemaker, saying he appreciates everyone, not just the goo. Now they're both blushing, flustered because Zeke is being too nice to his slime. Zeke finally thanks them by name, and you can see the harem protagonist energy kicking in. Zeke returns to his one true love, telling his goo he wants to be better partners this time. He's already plotting their future business ventures from his hospital window. The grind never stops. Zeke is back to normal, laughing while his goo buddy gives him a tickle attack. We get a quick lore drop that the cops are useless and couldn't identify any of the other dead kids. Turns out the bodies just vanished, leaving behind some ominous black crystals. And the only clue is a cult banner, because of course the villains have their own merchandise. Zeke is back at the office, apologizing for taking a sick day after nearly getting killed. The fancy suit guy asks if he almost died, probably to update the company's insurance policy. A new girl with glasses is freaking out, revealing the chairman also got his ass kicked. Zeke is completely oblivious, like, oh wow, the old man actually fought someone. Zeke tries to smooth things over with cookies, the ultimate peace offering, after almost dying. She immediately goes full tsundere, telling him not to be reckless while blushing over his snack bribe. Zeke's back at it, grinning as he braces for whatever chaos lies ahead. Chairman Orange questions why his child labor has returned, likely to negotiate a raise after a near-death experience. Zeke jumps right in with two proposals. This guy is already pitching his next big idea. The tsundere glasses girl calls him out, but the chairman shrugs, eager to hear the kid's latest scheme. He requests 2 additional districts to expand his waste management empire, all funded by the chairman. The chairman calculates, realizing this kid wants the salary of 9 workers. Tsundere is flipping out over the budget, pointing at the villainous crystals as if they're the issue. She yells that he's scamming them, claiming child labor's only cheap when they don't negotiate. Zeke counters with a brilliant insight. A free worker means a chance to grow the business. He puts the chairman on the spot, asking, "You see the vision, right, old man?" The chairman strikes a classic anime thinking pose. You know something clever is brewing. The tsundere is losing her cool, while Orange calmly acknowledges the child labor's valid point. Zeke's pitch? Let the goo handle the trash and he's selling it like a tech visionary. Orange is already dreading the HR nightmare of paying 1 kid the equivalent of 9 adults. The suited man lists all the tedious logistics trying to derail our boy's hustle with red tape. Now the suit is attempting to lowball a literal child, asking if there's any flexibility on that salary. Zeke responds with an understanding nod, looking like he might cave, but he's playing 5D chess. He's already 10 steps ahead, aware that the chairman's true aim is to launch a spy agency. Zeke shares lore explaining that cleaners are practically invisible, making them ideal for gathering intel. And there it is. The chairman's master plan. Use the garbage business to spy on the nobles. Intriguing. The chairman gives him that look. This kid knows too much. Fully on board with the spy agency concept. The suited man tells him to take his time, but Zeke is already in his business mogul phase. Our boy confirms this is all part of his grand strategy to enhance the business, not just to cash in. The chairman sips his tea, asking for the second proposal as if he's ready to invest everything. The suit remains doubtful but urges him to share, likely expecting another outrageous request. Orange is officially intrigued, setting his cup down because this kid's pitch is more captivating than his tea. The room falls silent as the adults struggle to comprehend this kid's brilliant business maneuvers. Zeke shifts gears, telling them to hold on because he has one more thing to add. The suited man looks exhausted by this kid's antics, asking what he wants now. Zeke requests a magically binding merchant contract, officially aiming to become a business partner. The tsundere glasses girl and Zeke are locked in a stare, ready to throw down over his audacity. The fancy suit dude retorts, "Do you even know what you're asking for, you little brat?" Tsundere Meadow is losing it while the suit tries to restrain her from throttling the child. Zeke just smirks. "You think this is a game?" That look on his face says it all. The chairman sits there, processing the sheer audacity of this kid, likely regretting his life choices. And we're reminded that these magical contracts come with a hefty price tag, which is the real issue. The staff internally debates how this entire plan is probably illegal and utterly impossible. Zeke tells them, obviously unbroken, "So you guys are covering the costs for my business venture." Tsundere is completely stunned that this kid just asked them to fund his own contract. The chairman finally speaks, essentially telling Zeke he's asking them to waste money for no reason. The chairman clenches his fist, realizing this kid might bankrupt him with a single business idea. Zeke quips, "How can a kid like me be so clever?" flexing his newfound knowledge. Our boy delivers a full presentation on his work ethic, vowing to be the best child labor they've ever had. Zeke is already celebrating with his goo, practically bathing in money he hasn't even earned yet. The chairman wears a smug grin, realizing he can exploit this kid's ambition for his own benefit. Orange takes a long sip of tea, the universal sign for "I'm about to make a questionable financial choice." Meadow, the tsundere, is losing her mind, pleading with the chairman not to trust the child scammer. The suited man supports her, warning the chairman that his gut says this kid is a walking liability. The chairman calls out Zeke's name, and our boy turns back, looking clueless about what's going on. Orange decides, "Screw it, we're going to the Merchants Guild right now." Zeke is practically bouncing to the bank, thrilled that his con with the wealthy old man is actually paying off. They arrive at the Merchants Guild, which seems far too extravagant for a place handling child labor agreements. Orange, the chairman, is already at the counter, likely leveraging his VIP privileges to expedite the process. Zeke lounges in the lobby, attempting to appear nonchalant as if this is a routine occurrence. The chairman reveals he's covering the costs for this wild endeavor, and Zeke is struggling to keep his cool. The suited man is still fuming, warning the chairman he'll throttle the kid if this turns out to be a waste. Zeke responds with a smug grin, telling him to just wait and see before he gets physical. A newcomer is already commenting, likely questioning how a kid got into the high-stakes area. And it's none other than the Vice Guild Master himself, arriving to witness the chaos the chairman has stirred. The chairman and the Vice Guild Master exchange greetings. The Old Boys Club is officially in session. The chairman introduces Zeke as if he's his own son, and our boy nails the innocent act. The Vice Guild Master introduces himself, and it's clear these two wealthy gentlemen share a long history. The suited man is silently panicking, likely calculating the cost of this kid's scheme. The Vice Master is essentially mocking the chairman for funding a random kid's get-rich-quick plan. The suited man is asking for guidance like a confused puppy, while Zeke stands there, relaxed. The Vice Master instructs the suit to wait in the kid's corner while the adults handle business, and Zeke is loving it. The suited man is escorting Zeke down the hall, likely fighting the urge to trip him. Zeke enters the waiting room and spots an old man who looks like he's about to witness a crime. He's seated at the big table, ready to sign a contract worth more than his entire previous existence. The suited man gestures for Zeke to sit, probably so he can observe this impending disaster up close. The Vice Master introduces himself and his note-taker, who appears ready to witness a felony. Zeke gives a polite introduction, and the Vice Master shoots him a look that says, "You've got to be kidding." Our boy's new game, plus brain, finally kicks in, realizing he's facing a major guild leader. He quickly brushes it off, telling the old man to bring on the contract with a big smile. The suited man begins explaining the magical fine print to the Vice Master, trying to sound authoritative. We get a lore dump about how this contract serves as a magical patent for his slime's unique abilities. The suit warns him they won't go easy, and Zeke responds, "I know, I'm here to do business." The vice master delivers a speech about the costs and the possibility of rejection, testing Zeke's resolve. The old man nods, ready to kick things off, looking like he's about to ruin this kid's future. The vice master casts a silent spell over the room, officially commencing the high-stakes business pitch. The suited man and the vice master are forming a blood pact just to witness this kid's antics. They press their blood onto the magical document, making this wild venture legally binding. The vice master instructs Zeke to bleed on the dotted line, and Zeke simply replies, "Say less." Zeke pricks his finger without a hint of complaint, while the old man is stunned he's not crying. The vice master tells him the room is bugged, now pitch me your get-rich-quick idea. The note-taker is jotting down every word, likely for the most ridiculous business ideas archive. Meanwhile, the suited man is in the waiting room, having a full-blown crisis over the budget. He's sweating bullets, wondering if his boss's child prodigy has already bankrupted them. And Zeke is in there, delivering a TED Talk, breaking down the fine print of his business strategy. The vice master and the suit are utterly speechless, realizing this kid's scheme is actually brilliant. The vice master is having a full-on crisis, realizing this kid speaks like a seasoned executive. The suited man is losing it, asking the chairman for a strategy while the old man is just dumbfounded. Zeke hits them with a, "But wait, there's more," revealing he has 2 additional pitches ready. The vice master and the suit are like, "Screw it, we're too deep," telling him to spill it. The chairman is already envisioning the franchise, suggesting they split the contracts for Zeke's future projects. The vice master is like, "Hold the phone," completely blindsided by the chairman's sudden proposal. The chairman offers to cover all expenses if Zeke becomes his business apprentice. He's trying to adopt him. The vice master is losing it, telling the chairman this is a guild, not an adoption agency. The suited man is still trying to be the voice of reason, questioning if this is truly a wise investment. The suit is sweating profusely, realizing his boss is about to gamble the entire company on a child prodigy. The guy in the bird mask warns the suited man that things are spiraling, but the suit decides to consult the kid. The suited man tells Zeke he made a solid pitch, trying to downplay his obvious breakdown. Zeke is drenched in sweat, his mind completely scrambled from trying to keep up with the kid's complex strategies. Internally, the suit acknowledges that the kid's wild scheme is actually a treasure trove. Zeke contemplates his future with the chairman, realizing he owes the old man for this opportunity. He's got that look, ready to seal the deal, knowing a true merchant wouldn't let this slip away. The suited man attempts to slow things down, suggesting they finally ask the kid for his opinion. Zeke is freaking out, urging the old man to stand up and stop treating him like a deity. The vice master is actually apologizing to a child. Zeke just made a guild executive back down. The bird mask guy is so rattled, he's asking his assistant to fetch some juice for the kids to lighten the mood. Still sweating, the bird mask guy asks the chairman to excuse his complicated nature. The assistant rushes out from beneath the table to grab that juice. The suited man and the note-taker share a moment, likely gossiping about this entire fiasco. The vice master is teasing the chairman for his tendency to take in strays like Zeke. Zeke takes a sip of his juice and says, "Let's keep going. He's officially running this meeting of adults." The suited man returns, telling the vice master that the whole ordeal was much quicker than he anticipated. The vice master displays his scarred hands, implying that if he thought that was brief, he's mistaken. Then the old man drops the big news. All 3 of Zeke's outrageous business ideas got the green light. No questions. The suited man is completely stunned, his mind reeling from the revelation. Zeke casually sips his juice while everyone else starts calling him a child prodigy. His reputation just skyrocketed. The chairman watches them leave, likely pondering how he'll justify this on the expense report. The suited man confesses he thought the kid was just talk, but his determination was impossible to overlook. Finally, the suit admits he should probably thank the kid for bringing in a fortune. The chairman double-checks with the suit, asking if he's really willing to gamble the entire company on this kid. The old man knows Sunday will blow up over the budget, but the investment is worth it. The suited man is all smiles now, urging them to finalize the paperwork quickly. He's a believer. Meanwhile, the Sundare is back at the office, tapping her foot impatiently, waiting for them to return to work. Zeke is having a "we made it" moment, one step closer to his dream of not being broke. The suit is still haunted by memories of the Sundare's outburst, apologizing to the chairman for the chaos. Zeke is celebrating with his goo, shouting that they've officially secured the deal and found an investor. He tells his goo they're partners for life, officially launching their business empire.